Hello everyone, welcome back to Toyota Talk. On today's video we're going to be going over this 2023 Toyota Sequoia. This is the Capstone model, so just the highest model you can get for the new Sequoia. It's finished in a midnight black metallic, so a nice metallic black color. And then similar to the Capstone Tundras, Capstone Sequoias, they both have the same interior. So it's a semi-aniline leather. Really nice soft material. Quite a bit of white though, you can see across the dash, the center console, the door cards, and then all the second and third row seating. So let's get right into it. So as I mentioned, this is the Capstone model. So the highest model you can get for the Sequoias. You see the 22-inch wheels, LED, they're sequential turn signals, LED headlights, LED taillights, parking sensors around the vehicle. On the front bumper, you can see them there. 360 camera, so a little camera on the front grille. A really big chrome grille that the Capstones have, as well as that extra little chrome piece where the fog lights are down below. So this is only the second Sequoia I've actually seen up close in person. This is a sold unit. Customer waited a really long time for this to get here. It's quite the vehicle to actually see in person. Very similar to the new Tundras, interior, exterior. Underneath of it all, it's essentially the same power plant, same engine, transmission as the hybrid Tundras. So you see the iForce Max. The Tundra has like another little piece of sort of badging, I guess, that would be on the hood there. This just has more of a simpler look. And then as soon as you unlock it, power folding mirrors. It does actually have power running boards as well. So that white interior I mentioned, you can see some nice light brown wood grain, as well as on the center. So a little bit of this part here actually lights up a little. So at nighttime, sort of ambient lighting across the dash. It'll actually say Capstone across there. Can't really see it now, but power adjustable driver, passenger seat, all your lumbar support. So you can actually raise and lower the lumbar, as well as move it in and out. Some more wood grain on the center. This here is your cup holders, little storage compartment there for some change. Then this opens up, some more storage inside there, USB ports. Yeah, wireless charging pad, heated ventilated front seats. Dual panoramic sunroof. Again, that same interior across the back. See a little center console, cup holders in the middle. So we can have a look at the second row. So again, those power running boards, they'll fold in and out anytime you open or close the door. The sunshades built into the actual door card. So it just lifts up, you can lower that back down. Really nice sort of trimming around the speakers, sort of like a metal looking material. Then this will manually lift up into place. See some armrests come down in the center. So these are actually heated and ventilated, so you can see some controls there. This is in the second row, heated ventilated seats, as well as all your climate controls. Some USB type A, type C. There's a 120 volt outlet. And with this, so there's a lever on the side here. So you can actually pull this up. It will tip and tilt the seat all in one motion. So the other Sequoia I seen was a limited, so that one was a 8-seater. So it would have a bench seat across here. So anytime you needed to get to that third row, you would actually have to sort of do this motion and tip the seat. But with this one, you are able to sort of walk ahead of the seat and then in between the middle of them, making it easier to get to that third row. Some of the things that would come with the vehicle from new, your rubber floor mats, carpet floor mats. This here, there's actually buttons to raise and lower this third row. There you go, so that's back into place. So we'll go around to the back of the vehicle. First, just have sort of a quick look underneath the frame. So you can see some sort of track bars, sway bars, things like that. So this is a body on frame, so sort of a true SUV. Not like a unibody, like a Highlander or something like that. That's a little bit more sort of car-like, you could say. So this is, I think, my favorite new Toyota out of all the vehicles we've seen in a long time. Really, really nice looking vehicle in person. So that little icon there, that's for your kick sensor to open and close the trunk. This does have a power lift gate as well. So a couple things here. Your rear camera, there's actually a rear camera washer, so you can wash that camera. Anytime you clean this rear glass, it will actually spray and wash that camera. There's also a little button underneath here to open and close the trunk. This one here will actually lift that glass. So unfortunately the glass doesn't slide down like the older generation Sequoias. Now it will open up, similar to the older Highlanders. And then, yeah, a nice view at what it looks like with all the seats folded flat. There's quite a bit of stuff that comes with these cars. I already mentioned the mats up there. There's a hitch, some little dividers, a little carpet for the trunk area, your wheel locks. There's actually a ball for your hitch as well. I think it's a 2-inch ball, I believe. Sort of fold back down. And then with this, you can actually just swipe your foot underneath here and step back. It opens up. So the sort of online, the response, I guess you could say, from a lot of the car reviewers and stuff like that is that this third row storage isn't really the best situation. So Toyota definitely tried to make the best with what they had. This here is like a little shelf that you can put across, and then you could actually sort of extend this out if you wanted to, just to help try and create a flat floor. So it depends on what you have back here as far as storage goes. In this little plastic, it's little dividers that can fit into these little notches along here. Again, stop things from sliding around your hitch and things like that. Good to just leave them back here if you had the space. If not, you are able to just put this down on the lowest level. Tip this over. And that's what it would look like. So now with all those things down, these little levers here, this will slide that seat back and forth. Again, same as that lever that was up front. And then with these here, so you can actually just let go of those and then they'll go that remainder of the distance. These headrests will just tip up into place. But as you can see, there's not a whole lot of room in behind that third row seat when it's actually up into place. So this here helps essentially to split that leg room between the second and the third rows. So I can go all the way as forward as there. You can see that distance of travel, probably about 8 inches or so. And then same thing on this side. Just maximize that. And then this little piece here, that sort of temporary floor, you can raise up to this level, and then it would just continue this flat floor across. Once it's back into place. And then just a quick look in through this side here. So a few different controls here. This one here, that you can see will raise and lower the actual backrest of the seat. Whereas there is a button right here, so that will adjust the actual recline of the seat. So as we press that, you can see you can recline that back or have it more upright. And then same with on the other side, you can see there's actually USB charger ports in the back here. Also more sunshades. Tip up into place just like that. You can see on the ceiling some climate control vents. There's actually a coat hanger there in the center. That'll be for that third row seat belt in the center. Really like black headliners in vehicles. I think it just sort of finishes the look. Definitely adds more of a luxury feel. So now getting into the driver's seat. So a lot of controls here. Again, very familiar to anyone that's driven one of the new Tundras. Essentially exact same setup, exact same layout as like a Platinum or a Capstone Tundra. So this here, extra little control, sort of adds some material in behind your knee if you are a little bit taller, but you like your seat lower, similar to myself. Your lumbar support, or your adjustability there. On this door, your driver's memory system. So it depends who's driving the car, maybe 2 different people with different driving positions. This here is actually to control the power steps. So you can have them set to auto, or you can put them to out if you wanted to wash the car, wanted to give them a good rinse. Your heated steering wheel, your 120 volt outlet, your odometer, trip counter, your fuel door, your brightness for your gauge cluster. This last button here is sort of a rear cross-traffic braking. So if there's an object behind you, the car will actually stop. It will apply the brakes to stop moving the vehicle so you don't run into anything. Power adjustable steering wheel, so that will work when the vehicle's actually on. So now that we're inside of the vehicle, go over some of the controls in here. So foot on the brake, press the start button. So first thing you'll notice, your trailer brake gain. So that's, as I mentioned, for the trailer brakes. A lot of controls here. This is a straight path assist if you are backing up a trailer. Part of your 360 camera, your traction control, hazard lights. There's a brake hold, your parking brake. Different drive mode selector, your tow haul plus, 4-wheel drive, 4 high, 4 low. So different than a Tundra, this one will actually have like the rear climate. So this here, now you're controlling the rear. So you can set the temperature, you can also set the fan. And you might be able to hear that the fans are on back there. So you can have that fan on at a different speed than the front fans. So identical to the Tundra as far as like all the features that are inside of here. So limited hybrids and above, platinum gas models, platinum hybrids, capstones, they'll all have this exact same gauge cluster. So the whole left-hand side of that screen is all controlled with the left-hand side of the steering wheel. So different screens you can see in here, different settings for all of your safety features. You can turn on or off each individual one. On the right side, so you customize right side, so you can have tow gauges if you'd rather like that. So your temperatures, boost gauge, I-force max gauge. So that's sort of basically how much hybrid assist is being used on the like if you're towing. Trailer settings, trailer light check. So here you can actually add different trailers. So if you tow, say, 3 different trailers often, you can set up settings for each of the 3, and then it will remember them anytime you tow the trailer, as far as how much they weigh, how much trailer braking assist you wanted. Vehicle settings, you can change. Power back door, you can turn on and off. Rear seat reminder, that's one thing a lot of people get confused with. Anytime you open your rear seat and then get in the car, drive the car, park somewhere, it's going to tell you to check rear seat in case you forgot someone or something back there that you don't want to forget. So even this meter type, so you can set to analog and digital. Just analog or the digital. So sort of a preference, depends on what you prefer. There's a compass, shows which way the vehicle's pointed. This here will be your audio, so if you had any music playing. And then same thing, part of that trailer braking, so that's the trailer braking. Trailer blind spot monitoring. This here is a trip counter, and then your tire pressure. So a lot of information in there. A lot of it is accessible on this screen also, but also in there while you're driving. Don't really have to take your eyes off of what's ahead of you. You can sort of see it flickering right there, but this does actually have a heads-up display. So it's just that little projector is there. Projects onto your windshield, your speed, your direction, what gear you're in. A lot of information you can have displayed there. So as part of this, so it does have a digital rear view mirror. So garage door openers, different settings. You can adjust the brightness, the angle. Stuff on the roof, you can open and close that trunk. This here is for your sunshade, your actual roof, to open or close the glass. Then there's mood, so that's part of the ambient lighting, as I mentioned, that's across. You can't really see, it's underneath the bottom of the wood, as well as on the door cards. So you can adjust the brightness of that. This is just a little sunglasses holder. So these will come down. You can actually slide them over. Little card holders built in there. This will open. Lights. Fairly familiar for myself just because I have spent a lot of time in the new Tundras. So sitting in the driver's seat, it is essentially the same as the Tundra. It's really just the back of the vehicle that's quite a bit different. But really was looking forward to this car coming. We knew it was coming for quite a while, so it was definitely something nice to see in person. I know the owners are really excited to get this vehicle. These are going to be extremely hard to get for the first little while that they are around. So thanks again for watching this episode of Toyota Talk. As always, this is Clayton Bannon, one of the sales managers here at Orangeville Toyota. If you have any specific questions about this vehicle or any other Toyotas you want to see me do a video on, let me know in the comments. I can definitely do a video on that one next. We do, as I've said before, have a lot of more exciting inventory coming in. Stuff like this you really don't come across too often, so anytime we do get them in, I definitely like to film videos and sort of show the world what they actually look like up close in person. I know the inventory situation isn't the best right now, but things are definitely looking up in the future. So hit the like, subscribe, and comment below. Like I said, if there's a feature of car, anything you want to see, let me know.